Alright, good morning everyone. Hope everyone is having a great morning so far. For myself, I am in a swing. May turn into a day trade in AMRX right now. So I did grab some in the 450s on AMRX. I do have some orders also in the 430s if we do pull back to my secondary line. But AMRX, I am in a trade at the moment, so I'm just watching this play right now. Let's get into it and let me tell you guys what I'm seeing here on AMRX and why I like this for its potential for possibly even a swing trade today. Alright, so AMRX here, what we like to do first, we like to go into statistics. So AMRX, you guys can see, yes, the float is a little bit high. We are a little bit higher, but this thing does have some really good range for this float. You guys can see, I mean, look at the range on this thing so far. I mean, 360 to 498. And we're trading some good volume. So even though we do have a high float, I really do like the overall volume on it. If this volume was lower, I wouldn't even be interested in it because it wouldn't really be able to have enough to really get going and possibly even make a move. So I do like the institutional ownership. You guys see we have 100% held by insiders. It doesn't get much more than that. Well, it can't get higher. It's 100%. So this thing is heavily owned by institutions. And you guys can see on the daily chart here, I do like this daily. I like how we have a gap to fill here. You guys can see if we could get over this $5 mark, we do have a gap to fill, guys, up to the 620 area. So you can see we have this space here that's going to have no resistance here on AMRX. So I do like that gap fill right there. And just liking the overall volume and overall price action on this thing. It's respecting our lines pretty nicely. Has a nice steady uptrend so far. So I'll definitely be seeing, if we could get back up to this, this $5 mark, and we could see nice possible play on it today. So AMRX definitely going to be my main focus this morning. So I have a 450 line here, I have a 430 line here, and we're going to have overhead resistance at $5. $5 is going to be a tough line, guys, because that's going to be that gap fill area. So it's going to be a tough resistance at $5. So if we do get over that, we do have some nice room to move on up to that 620 area. That will be a target. Probably upper 5 region will be my last kind of take profits. But for near term, I'll definitely be looking just over this $5 mark to possibly sell some just to lock a few in off the trade. All right, so that's gonna be it on AMRX. Next, we're gonna have TNXP. TNXP, guys, this is kind of a similar setup to some of these recent gappers we have been seeing. TNXP just has a big history here of going on some fades. You could see gapped up here. Had a lot of reverse splits, so you can't really see the accurate numbers here. But this thing is known for some gap and craps here on TNXP. Excuse me, give me 1 second here. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're just looking at a note I made right there. And guys, AMRX, guys, coming up here to 470s. Coming up to 470s here on AMRX. Even if you guys are playing the 450 line, not a bad idea, to even lock some in, around 470s, 480s. Build yourself a cushion on the day and just trade around that core. So yeah, so TNXP, this is a little bit lower in the float here on TNXP. Yahoo has it around 1 million, so it is a little bit lower in the float. But you guys can see it does trade a little bit heavier. You can see the overall level 2 is a little bit thicker on it on TNXP. And overall, this company does have a lot of dilution. So if you go to the filings, there's a lot of dilution in the filings there on TNXP. So we could definitely see this company unload some shares this morning to make some cash. So TNXP, a little bit more on the short buy side on this thing. We'll definitely be looking into pops for some possible backside. We do have a 450 line right here, and we also have a 150 line here on TNXP. And you guys can see it's the overall chart. It's just a bag holder city. Just bag holder city. Kind of looks like CEI on the chart. One thing to do, just keep a note, is the short float is 40%. So it is a little bit higher in the in the short float, which we could see maybe this thing squeeze out a little bit before it gives back its gains. So something definitely to keep note of on TNXP if you guys are looking to play the backside on this thing. Excuse me, the short side I meant. So there's something to keep in note there on TNXP. All right, so TNXP, we're watching for pops to fade it back down. Let's see. You have CEI. CEI is going to be our next play on watch. We'll be looking for the day 2 short on CEI. Yesterday we had this this huge day yesterday on this thing. Squeezed out a lot of shorts yesterday. This morning it's gapped down 10%. So we're going to have a lot of longs who were longing this thing yesterday, thinking it's going to be the next TCCO. Probably bagged here. So CEI will definitely be looking for some pops. I am eyeing the 225 line on CEI. So that could be my first area. I'd want to risk off of for a short on CEI 225, and then I have 250. If we base above 250 firm up, we could probably be seeing maybe back up to that $3 line. So that ultimate risk will be that 250 area for a short, but I'll be eyeing 225. So if we get like the pop to like 210, I could start some in versus 225, take a paper cut, and could try it again at 250 on CEI. Just one key thing and keep the note is the volume on it. On these pushes, on these ramps, I like to see it on low volume. So on CEI, I would want to see this thing ramp on lower volume. If we see a ramp on huge volume, I'll avoid it. If we see it wash out at open and curl around 10, 30, 11, I'll avoid it. What I want to see is within like the first 20 to 30 minutes max. Just to ramp up to like 210. Something exactly what we saw in TCCO yesterday. That was perfect. Day 2 short yesterday. You can see we got this morning ramp on it. Excuse me. So something like this. We get a morning ramp on light volume right into your line to short. So we'll see if we see that this morning on CEI. And that's it for the watch. Nice and tight. We could also throw out LMPX. LMPX, continuing to grind on up, being a multi-day runner here. I actually did have a trade yesterday in the midday on this thing on LMPX. I took a long on this thing yesterday. Right around here, I got long right around this $15 mark here. On this uptrend, and I was selling some here 1650s on LMPX. And you can see yesterday, I think in after hours, we started moving on up on some light volume, but we almost got to $20 here in LMPX. So continuing to move on up. Don't fight the front side of the move, guys. Wait for the backside. Wait for that backside confirmation. You can see we got a little bit on CLVS. We put in that first red day, and then you could see the following 2 days we flushed out a little bit here. So wait for that backside on LMPX. Don't try to pick the tops. Be safe, be smart on it if you're fighting in the short side. And same thing on the long side. We are overextended here. This thing could easily rug pull any day now. So definitely want to wait for pullbacks. And you guys see I had this 1250 line mapped up yesterday. Remember we went over this yesterday. I said watch for a pullback to 1250. You see we came right towards that 1250 line, and we bounced and got a nice move on up on LMPX. So kind of the same thing. I would say you could even watch for maybe like 15 today, for a pullback. You see 15 was yesterday support. So we'll see if we could bounce off maybe 15 for some more upside on LMPX. Alright, so that's going to be it in TCCO. Come to Life was doing some good research yesterday, and he was saying that this expecting TCCO to put out a press release. I did say that. I mean, I didn't do research, but just from past history and seeing sometimes we usually see these companies put out a PR a few days after. So Come to Life was saying that we could possibly see a PR tomorrow on TCCO or even today. So if we get a press release on this thing, guys, I mean, shorts are still in this thing. Still waiting for a fade back down. They see this gap and they're probably going to be holding for $3-4 on it. So if we see a press release come out, I mean, I'll probably be looking to long it off the PR. So if we ever see a PR come out today or tomorrow, I'll be ready to look for a possible long on it. So that's going to be it for the morning watch list. Let's see if I have any questions. Day trader, are you looking at TNXP? Yep, I went over TNXP. I'm looking for a short on TNXP. I'm looking for a short on this one. I actually think I filled some. I had some orders thrown out already. Let me see. Yeah, I filled some, at 142 here. So I did fill some here on TNXP short. Looking for this 150 area. This could even be, an SAVA type situation here, guys, on TNXP. If we do some really good volume and we base over 150s and we hold up and firm over 150s, we could even look to flip it long. So remember on SAVA, we were coming into the day with a short biased and we got the initial short, but it washed out and reclaimed and squeezed. We could possibly see it on TNXP. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. No one knows what's really gonna happen. All we can do is just react and play the charts, play the tape, play the volume. But if we get over 150, start the base, could flip it for a long. Could flip it for a long. Everyone was short bias yesterday on CEI, and look what happened. We squeezed out. So I mean, if we get a situation this morning where TNXP gets too short crowded, you could flip it long. So we'll see. But right now, I'm looking for the short at the moment versus 150. So we'll see. We'll see here on TNXP if we could get this fade back on down here. AMRX, am I holding to the bell? Yeah, I'll probably look to take some around resistance on AMRX. This could even be a good area to scale out some here. I mean, if you guys played the 450 bounce like I did, and you were risking 450, I mean, you met your risk reward already on it. I mean, if you were looking for that quick little bounce for a day trade on it, it depends what you're looking to do on it. You're looking to wait for it to possibly fill the gap to 620. Are you looking for it to bounce off 450? So it depends what your game plan is too. So right now, I'll probably lock in some around 490s, 480s. If you start to struggle and have a little trouble around that area, I could look to scale out into resistance. All right, so that's gonna be it for the watch list. Let's see. All right, someone said ARST. Check out like one more ticker here, and then throw up some new scanners. Yeah, I don't know what the heck this is. This looks, yeah, this is, it's at 0, so I don't really know what's going on here in ARST. It's at 0, so we don't look at we don't look at 0001 tickers here. All right, so let me throw up the new scanners and we'll get started for this day. I hate when E-Trade does this. Some days you can't move these level 2s over to 9. We'll have to deal with it. Alright, so AMRX on the top, on the bottom, we put TNXP on the bottom. So like I said, be careful on TNXP, even on the short side. Even though this does have a tendency of gap and craps, giving back its gains. A lot of times it gaps up, it fades nicely. Yes, we do see it on the daily chart. A lot of these days give back its gains, but it's not to say it can't trap a little bit before it gives back. So we'll see here on TNXP. I am short, but I am being cautious on it, especially if we get over 150 in base. I'll definitely be looking to exit, and I could always look to re-enter. Oh, ARST. My bad, guys. My bad. Oh, my bad. I was looking at your second message, playing with gaming, and I was like really starting to think, am I just being really stupid right here? All right, all right. Looks like I got their ticker here. All right, so ASRT here. All right, so what we got here? Gapping up here, doing some decent volume. ASRT, 60 million float, high IO, good short float. Yeah, so we can see if this thing can start to base over $1. You can see it's been below a dollar. It's been below $1 for about 2 months here. So it's been below $1 for about 2 months here. So we can see if we start to base above $1 and possibly make a reversal here on ASRT. So I would say watch to see if this thing closes strong on ASRT. These are setups I like more for possible swings, not day trades. All right, we are open here, guys. So let's lock in. Let's focus. Let's all have a good trading day here. So right out of the gates, I'm watching CEI and TNXP. Do have some short orders out, so I'm just keeping an eye on them. So watching TNXP here because I do have a position short here, so just want to see if we're gonna squeeze out of here or not. So I'm keeping a close eye on my position here. Could always look to take a paper cut and reattack sometime later today. So you guys can see pretty massive volume on TNXP here, guys. So we could definitely be looking to break this 150 level coming on up here. So if we don't get a stuff move here, I could definitely see TNXP breaking any second here on this 150 area. Yeah, so you guys can see really strong here, guys, on TNXP. So let's see if we start the base over 150. This is very similar to CEI yesterday. Very similar to CEI yesterday on TNXP. So heck, guys, we could even look to flip this long on TNXP. This is some really good volume on TNXP. So I took a small paper cut right there. I took a starter size in pre-market anticipating the fade. But you guys can see this is some big time volume out of the gates here on TNXP. So we could even look to flip this possibly long here on TNXP. So I did exit the TNXP trade there for the short and excuse me, guys. I did flip long. I did flip long on TNXP. So I did flip long there. So you kind of had two game plans coming in here on TNXP. Either we're gonna get the stuff and rejection to 150, or it's gonna get too short crowded and do some massive volume. And it looks like we are getting some massive volume here this morning on TNXP. So we'll see if we can start to squeeze out here. Do have that 140 line also on TNXP on dips. So we'll see if we could base over 150 here. If not, you'd definitely be seeing a pullback back down to 140. Also AMRX slowly creeping back down there. So we'll see if AMRX can bounce off that 450 area. Here we go. Here's AMRX starting to curl up, trying to make this red to green move on AMRX. How's CEI looking? CEI. A little bit slower there on CEI. And here we go, guys. TNXP, guys, coming up to the highs here. New high day here on TNXP, guys. Here we go. Huge, guys. Huge here on TNXP, guys. I'm looking to scale some out here, 170. Look to scale some out, 170. Nice one there on TNXP. So I did take some there, 170. Really nice flip long. Made back my loss and more there on TNXP. Made back my loss and more. Yep, Dennis, we went over this, man. We went over this. We said, if we get over 150 and we base, this thing could squeeze out hard. Same exact setup to CEI yesterday. Everyone with that same mentality. Oh, it's a turd, it's a turd. And look what we have here. TNXP just squeezing. Every short's getting roasted right here. Did I do that with hotkeys? Yeah, I did it with hotkeys. I pretty much exited my short and just on the next pullback, I just did hotkeys right in on TNXP. So make sure you guys are being smart, being safe, and don't get too overly greedy. I locked in majority of my position on TNXP. So I locked in majority of my position on TNXP. So make sure you guys don't get too overly greedy. I sold at 170. But I really think this is a very similar scenario to CEI. A very similar scenario to CEI yesterday. Where we just have everyone on one side of the trade and the opposite happens. It happens a lot in trading. Everyone has this one bias one way. It gets too crowded and it goes the other way. And that's what happened on TNXP. Everyone was taking short, short, short. I was too, but I was open to flipping it if the opposite happened. And it turned out to be a solid winner there. I had a what was my average? Yeah, I have a 148 average here, guys. 148, 149 average here on TNXP. So a nice 20-cent winner on a $1 stock. Nice, get a job, 153 to 165. Sweet. Yeah, guys, we'll see if we can be seeing higher here on TNXP. We'll see if we get close to that $2 mark. It's definitely possible here on TNXP. And also, guys, AMRX coming down to support. AMRX coming down to support. I'd want to see 430 hold. I would want to see 430 hold on that AMRX trade. So I want to see 430 hold on AMRX on any dips here. CEI just not getting enough of a pop. TCCO starting to move on up. Do we have any news on TCCO? All right, TNXP coming back up to the highs here. Let's see how we look coming up to 170 again here on TNXP. AMRX, nice little bounce off 430. Nice little bounce off that 430 mark. Yep, no news yet. No news on TCCO. All right, let's see what CEI did yesterday before this thing really took on off. What did CEI do yesterday? So CEI kind of did the same thing here. We ramped on up, pulled back, had a stuff move, went just under VWAP a little bit, and then it ramped up right around 10 o'clock. So we can see if we see something similar. On CEI. I mean, excuse me, on TNXP. We just keep an eye on it. Let's see if we could make some sort of similar move towards it. AMRX holding that 430 mark. So far, I'm 1 for 2 in the day. One short loss, one long winner. Still holding some shares on TNXP. Still in AMRX. Looking for a swing on that one. If we could, close strong today. I want to see us hold that 430 level on AMRX. Yeah, we could see a pullback down to like 140-ish on TNXP. Trying to hold 150. See if it could hold 150. It's not 140. It's going to be that next level. Yeah, CEI was a nice one. Just think, nice one on the backside. Just didn't get enough of a pop for me. I had orders at like 210. Just couldn't get high enough. But see, I had a nice wash back at 160 now for the day too short. All right, so just sitting tight right here, just sitting in my plays, just keeping an eye on it. We'll see if we could reclaim view up on AMRX, and we'll see if TNXP could you'll get its next leg on up here. Some trouble here at 159. We'll see if we could break over. See, 159. See, absorbing a lot of stock there at 159. Alright, for anyone new also watching the stream, we do have a free Discord chat. Links down below in the description. If you guys aren't in our Discord chat, you're missing out. I have over 1,800 traders in there. Great community, great environment. Definitely come join our Discord chat. And shoot me a follow on Twitter and all social medias. Every day I'm posting out Nick tips, so I'm posting out some trading tips daily on Twitter. Hey Dennis, relax, man. They're in no rush. They're in no rush here. They're in no rush here on TNXP. Oh yeah, guys. Definitely go check out Dennis's podcast. Dennis just put out a podcast with Alex. Fantastic podcast, Dennis. Really impressive stuff. I highly encourage everyone to go listen to that podcast. It was posted yesterday, so definitely go check it out. Some really good stuff there, Dennis. ASMB, yeah, I've been seeing this one hit the scanners a few times here. You have some mid-cap action. Some mid-cap action on ASMB. Yeah, I'll give you guys. I'll post the link in here. All right, there's the link to the podcast that Alex did with Dennis. So when you guys have time, definitely go give that a watch. Let's see, TNXP consolidating here above 150. AMRX holding that 430 support line. I'm thinking tomorrow possibly on TCC. I'm thinking tomorrow. If we don't see it happen by tomorrow, I don't think it's going to happen. All right, guys, here's TNXP starting to ramp up a little bit. Volume starting to come in a little here on TNXP. So volume starting to come in here on TNXP. We'll see if 160s can now hold up as some new support. And guys, I don't expect TNXP to hold its canes. I definitely expect that sometime today, whether it's a little bit later or in the afternoon, that TNXP will probably give back all of its gains, just like CEI did yesterday. So definitely one that you guys probably don't want to hold and expect this thing to go to like $3, because it's probably not going to go. TNXP is probably not going to go that high. Could we see maybe 180s, 190s, $2, maybe even like 210? It's possible, but I don't think TNXP is gonna hold its gains. Just the history of TNXP is that it loves to give back its gains. So definitely one you guys want to be taking your profits on, and don't get too overly greedy on it. If we ramp to high days and you start pushing, I'm probably gonna look to take the rest of my shares. If we get that ramp into the highs. Let's see. Yeah, Ricky, I'm thinking we squeeze a little bit more, and then we get that rug pull. I'm thinking we squeeze a little bit more and we get that rug pull. I'm thinking this could even be the same algo as yesterday on CEI, in my opinion. I think it could be definitely be the same exact algo. Maybe we get a squeeze around, 10ish, and then I think later in the day I could even look for a late day fade on TNXP, but we'll see. AMRX, you guys know my thoughts on it. I'm holding it. I'm holding AMRX. Added a little bit more, low 430s. Uh, if it closes strong, I think it could present a really good swing opportunity on AMRX. Good news, high IO, good price action on it. I like AMRX. The trailing stop, good to use. Personally, I never used the trailing stop. I think hard stops are really good, especially if you're a beginner trader. I think it's good to have, hard stops in. If you're a little bit more experienced and you've been in the game for a while, I think mental stops are fine. That's what I use. I use a mental stop. Sometimes I'll even use a hard stop, but most of the times I just, hits, my area and, I sell. I just have a hotkey that just gets me the hell out. So I just push that hotkey and it just sells my position. Obviously, if I have bigger size, I'll sell half and then sell all. Alright, so guys, let's see. TNXP starting the push right around that 10 o'clock mark where we saw CEI squeeze yesterday. So we'll see if we can get this, high day break, and I'll be probably looking to sell into strength on TNXP. Like how you're starting to base a little bit higher up here in the 160s. We'd like to see us continue to hold on up here. Our current support's at 150, so current support's going to be at 150. And I would say probably the backside will be below 140. I'll probably have a stop at break even on TNXP for myself. Probably have a break even stop on it. Don't want to let a winning trade go red on me. Alright, let's see what else we got going on. Make sure I'm not missing anything. ASMB, mid-cap name, doing some nice volume today. LMPX. Yeah, look at LMPX. Look at these lower wicks, guys. We always go over these lower wicks. These are buying wicks. Someone's buying these dips on LMPX. So these are good, wicks here to see. So we'll see if LMPX can continue to grind on up. It's just been crazy the past few days on that ticker. AVCO. PT. See if PT can make a red to green move. ASLN. Alright, so that's going to be it. What's TCCO looking like? Alright, TCCO. Maybe we see a possible small green day today. Maybe get, back up to like high 680s. And then we'll see maybe tomorrow we get that PR in the pre-market. Get that Friday short squeeze. Alright, guys. Stop was hit on TNXP, guys. Stop was hit. Broke even on the trade. Broke even on the trade there on TNXP. Just hope no one got overly greedy on it there on TNXP. Hope no one got overly greedy on it. Yeah, I was only holding a small position. I took most of my shares at 170, guys. Like I was holding 2,000 shares left over on TNXP. I had 6,000 shares from that 148 average. I sold 4,000 at the highs and I just broke even. I think I lost $20 on that sell right there. So this goes back to risk management, guys. Goes back to risk management. I took a loss on the short. I lost 10 cents. I flipped it long. And what I made around 24 cents on it. So you guys can see the risk management I have. And now it's coming back on down. Not surprising on TNXP. It's not surprising at all. I was thinking maybe we squeeze out a little bit more, but looks like, we got that rug pull here. Nice. Rookie got out with experience. Scam EPA. Yeah, that's why I wasn't holding a big position on it. I wasn't holding a big position on TNXP. I came into the day, guys, with the short bias on it. I didn't like TNXP. I know this is a scam company. I know this play gives back its gains, so why would I hold a big position? I was just looking for a little bit more on it. That's what I've been doing on my recent trading. I've been holding a flyer over for some bigger type move. So hope everyone was taking profits on that initial run up. Yep, that was a rug pull. Yeah. We knew this was possible, guys. I was thinking maybe we squeeze out a little bit more like CEI, but we didn't get it. And I'm not surprised. It's not like that was a shocking move to me that we dumped there. Great job, DJ. Didn't get on TNXP. Yeah, guys, wait for a better opportunity. You don't have to attack every single play. TNXP definitely a scammy play. Not a good ticker. So it's smart, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want you guys following my trades. I say it's every single day. Don't follow my trades. This is not a follow the leader type live stream, There's tons of follow the leader type chat rooms, and if you guys, that's what you want to do, go join that. So I'm not here to give you guys, alerts. I don't believe in alerts. Now, we could possibly be seeing much lower here on TNXP, guys. We could possibly be seeing much lower. So if you guys are in, definitely reconsider your position right now. The backside is broken on TNXP. Give me a second here, guys. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what else we got going on. TNXP giving back its gains. Could even look for, a pop here and rejection of 150. Could look for, another possible short entry on it for some more backside. I think we could possibly be seeing much lower here on TNXP. So I could watch that 150 area for a rejection to get short. So I'll be watching pops on that. AMRX still holding up here. Still holding that 430 mark. TCCO kind of consolidating here around 5. We'll see if 6. We'll see if 6 could hold on up. And yeah, that's it. That's it so far. On the day for myself, I'm up about $400 on the day. I'm up about $400 in the day here between my two TNXP trades. AMRX, I'm around break even right here. I have a 440-ish average here on AMRX. So I don't know if we're going to be getting this pop here, guys, on TNXP. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting this pop here. CLVS, not really my style. I mean, it's just been up so much. I I mean, this could go either way, in my opinion. CLVS, I mean, right now the trend's to the upside on the intraday. Trends on the upside. You're going to have some resistance here at this 1260. It's going to be the high of this prior day. So we'll have some 1260 resistance on CLVS. I mean, this is a tough one to trade, CLVS. Tough one to trade. It's really hard to time this thing on the backside short. At the same time, it's really overextended on the long side. So, I don't know, not really my type of style of trade. I'll just say, play the charts, play the trend on it, and just make sure you're on the right side of the trend. Because if you're on the wrong side of the trend on this type of play, it could go really bad. It could go really bad. AMRX, nice. AMRX, guys. Really nice here on AMRX. Sweet pop here. Sweet pop. Held our line. Put in a higher low. Strong volume break above VWAP. This is good price action right here on AMRX. This is what I like to see. I like to see these high volume breaks above VWAP. Nice higher low. We'll see if these dips can now soak and hold on up, and we could be seeing 5+ here on AMRX. I'm holding a 440 average here. I had a 452 average, and then I added some on these dips here right around this 430 mark. And I told you guys, watch 450, 430s for dips. This thing has a gap to fill. I like the high institutional ownership. I like the overall range on it for this type of float. So we'll see what we could be seeing higher here on AMRX. Really nice play here. So see if these dips get bought up. What's going on, Dennis? Thoughts on 450s holding and taking position? Yeah, I mean, then if you could get a dip, maybe 460s. I don't know if we'll get back to 450s. It's possible, but yeah, I mean, that's not a bad trade idea. I mean, I'm comfortable with my size I'm in right now. I'm pretty comfortable with the size I am in right now. Alright, so we'll see if these dips start to hold on AMRX. Want to see these lower wicks. Want to see these lower wicks. Want to see soaking on the dips here on AMRX. Thoughts on FTSV? Didn't FTSV just have an offering? Could have sworn I saw that had an offering. Nope, it's not. Yeah, FTSV, I mean, this is a super overextended stock here. On FTSV. a little bit out of my niche, kind of like a CLVS. I mean, I don't really love playing these super overextended stocks. If anything, I like catching them on the day ones, or I'm starting to back test and track some of these like day 3, day 4 moves. Like tomorrow will be like that day 4 TCCO type move, so I want to keep a close eye on TCCO tomorrow. And then TNXP, TNXP. I would say keep an eye on the 150 area. If we stuff 150s and we come up to that 150 area, I could look to join trend for some more backside. I think we could possibly be seeing close to $1 on TNXP. I mean, these type of stocks that have large history of giving back their gains, these things come down harder than you think. These dilution plays, they'll come down a lot harder than you think. A lot of these type of setups. We saw SFET go red. I mean, look at how CEI gave back today. So we could be seeing much lower there on TNXP. And definitely, if you guys are long, definitely be careful. I mean, definitely reconsider your long position on TNXP. Yeah, TCCO coming up to 640s here. Coming up to 640s here on TCCO. Not bad. And if you guys are enjoying this live stream, drop me a thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, guys, AMRX is that play at the moment. You're having some trouble here at 475, so 475 is going to be a key area for us to clear, guys. And we're going to complete that, that red to green move. What was the open here? Yeah, the opening was 475, so 475. Gotta look to clear this mark here. Awesome. You're new here. Appreciate it. Salute to you guys. Same with you, Ken. You're new here. Salute to you guys who are just tuning on in. And of course, the recurring viewers. Love you guys. And here we go, guys. Here's AMRX. Here's 480s. So new high day here on AMRX. Perfect, guys. Monster play here, guys, on AMRX. Monster play here. Make sure you guys are being smart and taking along the way. I just sold some shares there. Just sold 2,000 shares here on AMRX. Still holding 4,000 shares here on AMRX. And guys, I was only risking $600 here on AMRX. I was risking about 11 cents. So I had a really tight stop on this one on AMRX, but totally worth the risk reward in this type of setup. Nice, Chris. You're in at 465. Let's go. I hope we break 5 here, guys. This could be big if we break 5 here on AMRX. This could be big if we break 5, guys. That will be the gap fill on AMRX. And look at that. It's nice fade on TNXP too. Good job, I think. Who is it? Preston? Caught the short side on TNXP. Beauty, man. Beauty. Was hoping we got a 150 push, but no dice. Didn't get it. All right, Dennis, you took your 50 shares for $10. Sweet, man. Good job, dude. Nice trade. Starting capital for a newer trader. I would say between $2,000 to 4,000 is a good starting capital. So 2 to 4,000 is a good starting capital. And guys, let's see if we get this 5 break. This could be big here in AMRX. Let's see if we get this $5 break. I know a lot of shorts are going to be risking that $5 line, so if we do break that, it could be huge. We have this gap fill also. And don't be chasing, guys. 490 is not a buying area. This is not an area to buy. Rob, yeah, I was saying for a beginner, 2 to 4,000. But if you have, the capital, I would say, 30,000 is a good area to start. If you have the capital, you guys, you have money saved up. I think 30,000 is a good amount to start off with. It gives you a little buffer off the PDT rule. But if you aren't regulated by the PDT, if you're out of the states, I would say 10,000 is a good starting point. Then Nice, Jeremiah, 438 out of 492. That's a sick play, man. Nice job, dude. That's awesome. So yeah, make sure you guys are taking along the way here. Make sure you're taking along the way. $5 is the third biggest resistance line in penny stocks, guys. Remember, $1, $10, and $5. All those three are the biggest psychological resistance marks in penny stocks. So hope you guys are taking along the way. I just took along the way right there. I took off some shares. Solid day so far. Up about 1,400 now on the day. Let's see. How do you know 430 was support? Yeah, I've been talking about the 430 line all morning. It's nothing. It's not like it's rocket science here, guys. I'm going to show you this. I mean, just usually what we see a lot of times, these high IO plays, guys, they usually pull the first line. They'll usually rug pull the first line, and then they'll soak the dips. So you guys can see here, 450 was that first line. You can see we bounced here. We had a resistance here, and it's 450 overall psychological support resistance line. So we cracked 450, and I saw this 430. We topped around here. I was thinking the next line we could drop to would kind of be the 430 area. So that's why I had the 430 mark in mind. I was buying the dip right around here. I was buying like this 435, 436 area. I was getting in right here, guys. As big hands are soaking, this is where I'm getting in. I want to be getting in at support lines, especially on this type of setup. And, worked out in our favor. We put in a higher low, and I love seeing that. I love that we got a high volume break of view up. That's such a good sign to me. And, we held on the dips here. And let's see if we get this next leg coming on up over 5. What time is it? 10:18. 10:18. ASRT. Yeah, a few guys talking about ASRT. Nice. ASRT. Really nice. See, same type of move here, guys. Like, this is very similar to AMRX. Pull back over under $1. You can see these lower wicks, and boom, high volume break of view up, pull back, and then ramp. So really nice setup here on ASRT. Like I said, I said this in the pre-market. This could be a swing. We've been under $1 for a long time. Similar stats to AMRX. So ASRT and AMRX, these both have swing potential. Let's see. TCCO. Yeah, I'm keeping TCCO on watch. 660s. Keeping it on watch. I think it could be setting. They could be setting up for a big day coming tomorrow on TCCO. So I'm thinking today we move on up, work our way up a little bit, and then maybe tomorrow we get that big squeeze. So we'll see tomorrow on TCCO. Risky swing, but it could be a very profitable one tomorrow if it works per plan. Uh, let's see. Had $60-$70 invested, and yeah, I don't really know the company names, guys. I just trade the tickers. I don't really know the company name, so if you could put the ticker in, that'd be great. Like the stock symbol. Nice, Chris. 465 out of 480. Green is good. Yes, it is. Nice. Very nice. Nice fade on TNXP. Nice fade there. Got to work on the short game a little bit, guys. I've been really liking the longs a lot, like these past few months. Shorting a lot less. A lot of it's because of the broker fees. The broker fee. Excuse me, the locate fees. Locate fees are just a pain in the ass. I really hate the locate fees. They're so expensive. So it's just really, I've been really avoiding it and just finding some good long setups, and it's helping my long game a lot. But I'm fine, shorting less, waiting for like a really good setup. Waiting for that really good short setup, avoiding, lesser quality shorts, only taking good setups. Yeah, TCCO, guys, coming up here, 680. So let's put TCCO on. We saw enough of TNXP bleed out. So tomorrow. All right, so we're over 7 now, guys. TCCO back over $7. So shorts are starting to head out the doors here, guys. Shorts are starting to head out the doors on TCCO. See, all this is on light volume, guys. Shorts are, liquidity is, you see liquidity is not totally there. But, it just creates a big trap for shorts because, they have to just start slamming the ass to get out. They have to start, slamming the ass to get out. So, creates this big trap, and that's why we get this type of straight up action. Usually on these day 3, day 4 setups I've been looking at, really straight up type moves. And here it is, guys. TCCO. So you can watch dips at $7. You can watch the dips around 7 on TCCO. So you can see, guys, the shorts are just slamming this thing. I mean, they can't get out. There's no liquidity. They just have to keep slamming. Especially, if you're a big short who had, 50,000 shares on day 1. See, the next day we trade 800K, 2 million, excuse me. Now we're doing 800K. It's just tough to get out. So that's why it creates this type of price action. Yeah, I was thinking tomorrow. I was thinking tomorrow on TCCO. I was thinking this type of move would happen tomorrow. So I wasn't looking to buy today. I was thinking tomorrow, but hey, it looks like it's happening today. This type of squeeze on up. Kind of tough to chase now at 7. Tough to chase at 7. Would have been not bad around 620s versus 6, or even like 630s versus 6. But good for those who caught TCCO so far. We'll see if 7 can base. And AMRX retesting 490. Let's see, AMRX, is this going to start to go on us here? Let's see if AMRX will start to get this move. Anyone looking to get in TCCO? Anyone looking to get in TCCO? Or you guys are sitting on the sidelines on this one? Sit on the sidelines on this TCCO here. I'm thinking we could possibly even see a circuit breaker halt on this thing on TCCO. If we could, get over the highs on some good volume, I think this could squeeze into a halt. Yeah, guys, so watch TCCO coming up here to the 750 area. Watch it here. It's tough for me to chase, guys. It's tough for me to chase. I was expecting this move, but I was expecting it tomorrow. I was thinking Friday, but it looks like it happening today. I was thinking they put out a PR tomorrow. You get this type of move either pre-market or intraday tomorrow. It's a little chasey up here. I mean, if you were getting it, I was thinking about a $7 dip, but it's just not as it's something I'm starting to track. It's a setup that I'm starting to track. It's not like I've taken this setup tons of times, but it's just I'm seeing a lot more in this market, these multi-day movers. So not as high of a conviction trade, but I think it would have been much better around like 620s, 630s, obviously. But I mean, if you're getting in here, I mean, kind of playing, the $7 line or the 690 area. And the idea is that we re-break here the highs and we squeeze into a halt. That's kind of the idea here, and it creates like a liquidity trap for shorts. You just can't get out. Big time shorts. I mean, we traded, almost 30 million in volume this day, and the next day we're trading 1 million, and now we're trading light volume today. So there's nowhere for shorts to go besides slamming the ask. All right. Oh, I didn't even realize AMRX. I was so caught up in TCCO. AMRX hit $5. Wow. All right. So let's see if AMRX we could break over 5 here. Make sure you guys are taking along the way. Make sure you're taking along the way. Yeah, I just saw that, Chuck. I just saw AMRX hit 5. I didn't even realize. I was so caught up on TCCO. I'm not even in the trade either. Here we go, guys. Here's 5. Let's see if we're gonna get the break. Let's get this big $5 break. Here we go, guys. Here's 5. Starting to get chipped. Some sellers. Let's see if we can break. $5 is a tough wall here, though. $5 is a tough wall. Not a bad idea to lock some in here, guys. Around 5 if we don't break. For me, I'm gonna be holding for the 5 plus. I'm gonna be holding for 5 plus. I'm gonna see if we get it. I'm gonna have some orders out to sell over 5. Yeah, Ivan, I was just like slamming my chair here. Just get a little excited, especially when we're coming up here. I just love when the setup works per plan. That makes me so happy. Seeing these setups work per plan. They respect their lines. Everything works out how you wanted it to, and AMRX couldn't have worked out any better. All we need is this $5 break, and it's a winner. It's a big winner. Just $5 gonna be tough, guys. It is. Like I said, the third strongest resistance line is $5. It wants it though. Looks like it wants it here though. It's really trying here. The shorts are gonna be in for some trouble here if we go. Here we go, guys, and here we go. Here's 5 10s. Here's 5 10s. Sweet, my order's filled there. We got some out here, AMRX, and I'm gonna be holding these 2,000 shares. So sweet, guys. We just entered the gap fill on AMRX. Perfect trade here on AMRX. Very happy on this trade execution, on the setup. What a trade. Big time right there, guys. Big time trade. Sweet, guys. Here's 5 10s. Huge, guys. Huge. So, guys, targets were met, guys. Targets were met on AMRX. I'm just looking for a little bit of a bigger picture on my remaining shares, but I am majority of my position is out on AMRX. So make sure you guys are being smart. We're over $5 now from 440s, 450s entries. I know some people may have caught a little bit later at this 460. I know Dennis was getting in here around 460s. Still a solid entry versus 450s. That's what the idea, but overall, beautiful, beautiful here. Yeah, guys. I mean, yeah, me too, Sean. I mean, I was calling this out. I mean, I know you guys beat me to it, but I was calling. I put a AMRX swing at 8:30 a.m. this morning. 8:30 a.m. So we have a gap to fill up to 620. I'm not saying we get there. But we do have a gap to fill here. We now entered the gap zone on AMRX. And don't sleep on TCCO, guys. This thing is still holding here on TCCO. Don't sleep on this one, guys. I'm probably gonna be starting to do polls, guys. So probably gonna be starting to do polls in chat, starting maybe tomorrow or Monday. So we can take some chat polls, see what you guys are looking at. We can just do a bunch of fun polls. I mean, I haven't really thought about what we could do yet, but I'm sure we can make it pretty fun and engaging with you guys. Someone gave me that idea. Big shout out to Drew for giving me that idea. And here we go, guys. Here's TCCO. Here's TCCO testing the highs here. Let's see if we squeeze into a halt. I could definitely see this thing, getting halted here. If volume comes in here over the highs. Meatster probably stock related. Maybe we'll do some on unstock related, but majority of the polls are going to be stock related. So solid morning, guys. Solid morning. No, I'm not muted. I'm still here. Just checking my phone for a second. All right, so let's see. Like I said, guys, I don't, I get this question a lot. I don't like giving out, my strategies. It's something I think you guys have to work for on your own, develop on your own. I could give you hints, criteria, certain few things I look for. Kaz, AMRX was a high institutional owned play, 100%. FDA approval news, good overall volume, good range, had a gap to fill. Like the price action, like how I was respecting my lines. Those are just some of the things I liked about it. I don't want to go into like full detail of my strategies, but I mean those are some hints, some criteria I look for. Hope that helps. Nice playing with gaming, dude. That's sick, man. AS I don't know, guys. Some tickers I just can't pronounce. I don't know. ASRT, yeah, 99 cents. That's a sick entry, man. Sick entry. I like that one too. That was one I missed this morning, but I can't catch every single play. Along with TCCO, I missed TCCO also, but I caught AMRX and I caught a piece of TNXP. So I don't feel like you guys have to nail every single play. The reality is you're not gonna nail every single play. Why do you call it a swing trade when you sold intraday? I'm still holding. I'm swinging. I'm still swinging some shares. It's kind of a combination of the both. I mean, if it just went sideways and consolidated today, I would have been fine with it. I was really looking for it to close over the $5 mark to get in the gap. So technically, I'm still swinging some shares. I guess I say I day traded some of it. I sold some of it, but. But yeah, I'm still swinging some for that gap fill. I mean, if we get it today, I'll sell today, and I guess you're right. It won't be considered a swing trade. So, But if it doesn't, get up to like upper 580, like I'm looking for like 570s. Like I'm looking between like 560s to 580s. I'm looking for it to get close to that $6 mark. That's kind of my target on the remaining shares. It could happen today, could happen tomorrow. So we got to see when it happens. It is 10:40, guys. I'm probably going to have to wrap up the stream early today because I actually do have some company coming over today. So I'm going to have to wrap up the stream a little early today. I guess it's not early, but I'm going to have to wrap it up shortly, I should say. So I'm probably going to wrap things up, guys, in like 5-6 minutes. Gotcha. Yeah, understood. Yeah. You got it. You got it. So if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I'll be wrapping it up in like 5 minutes or so. Yeah, Eli, I got some chicks coming over. How'd you know, man? Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. It's just like a family friends coming over for some lunch. So I'm gonna close it up soon. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button. And make sure you guys go give that video a watch. The podcast with Dennis. It was a really great podcast. I really enjoyed it. If you're still watching, Dennis, man, big shout out to you. That was a great podcast with Alex. Impressive stuff. So definitely check out that video and drop a thumbs up, guys. We appreciate it. It took me about a year and a few months to become, profitable. And that's when I really started, learning the art of tracking my trades, developing strategies. So once I started doing that, I saw some consistent profit. So it took about a year and a half. Sweet, guys. Thanks for the Twitter follows, too, guys. Appreciate the Twitter follows. Do appreciate it. Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed or learned something, shoot me give me a shout out on Twitter, guys. Shoot me a shout out on Twitter. I'll retweet it. Let's see. Thanks, Jeremiah. You too, man. Nice trade on AMRX also. Do I anticipate TNXP to turn up later in the day like CEI? No, I don't anticipate it. I could say maybe we see a bounce up to like 140, 150. I could definitely see a VWAP retest. So maybe we have a test of VWAP of 150, but I think it stuffs. I think on this push we're gonna stuff into VWAP, this 140 area. That's what I would anticipate if we do get a bounce. Okay, got it. Will TCCO just go stagnant or ramp into the afternoon? I don't know. I mean, I honestly think that we could possibly be seeing a nice move on TCCO today. I could definitely see it. Looks like today is that day. I was anticipating that we kind of consolidate for like another day or two. but looks like we're going today. You can see we're starting to look at the change in volume. We weren't doing 100K bars for the last, all day yesterday. We were trading weak volume, weak volume, weak volume. You see shorts are getting comfy. Like, oh, this thing's just going to fade back down. And boom, today we got that nice volume ramps. Starting to hold our lines. And we can see if we get over this $8. Let's see where a lot of volume was trapped. Let me look at a bigger time frame. Let's see where a lot of volume was trapped on day one. I should probably using the volume profile, but think about it. Shorts probably have, between like a, it's hard to say, but if you think about it, shorts probably have a lot of averages up here in the $8. I'm sure we have a lot of shorts who have like $8 averages. So now all the shorts who were, averaged in yesterday, maybe even adding, are now stuck. They're stuck here. And, also considering the fact that we have, low liquidity, low volume, could create a massive liquidity trap here in short squeeze. So we'll see if it happens. I could see this thing continuing to go on up. Am I still in AQST for a swing? Yeah, exit. I exited. It's just my reaction seeing an offering. I exited, and I did pick back up yesterday as I saw we were uptrending. So I got back in right around this like 715, 718 area for a swing on AQST. Nothing big size, nothing huge, but just maybe like a little bit of a longer term swing, maybe a few weeks. All right, guys. So the next minute or two, I'm gonna end the live stream. Hope everyone enjoyed. Happy trader pick, yeah. You nailed it, man. TCCO, you and Come to Life. You guys nailed the dip yesterday on it. You nailed it. AMRX coming back up to 5. Appreciate the support, Trading Pennies. Appreciate the work you do also in Discord, man. A lot of good trade ideas you come up with. Alright, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I'm not seeing any more questions. And we're coming down to the end of the morning. So, fantastic morning. TNXP was a solid play. Didn't capture anything huge on it, but I had one winner, one loser on it. Overall, in the end, was green on the name. AMRX was the play of the day for me. Monster trade on it. Had a low 440 average. You held our 430 line perfectly. Just the whole trade, lots to like about it. Set up perfectly how I wanted it to set up. And we filled that gap, and let's see if we could be seeing higher on it. But make sure, like I always say, guys, make sure you're taking along the way. Your targets were met. You met your 3-to-1, your 4-to-1, your 5-to-1, whatever it may be. You captured your R's on it. Don't get too overly greedy on it. Make sure you're taking along the way. I'm just holding a small partial, a flyer, to see if we could, get close to that gap fill. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Everyone have a great rest of the day. And I'll see you guys all here first thing tomorrow, Friday. Peace.